Well, that was fast. Agatha All Along is already canceled. I guess we don't need to watch this. I mean, that's what Disney sends the signal of just as it premieres. And it looks like that's going to be the end of a lot of this MCU shenanigan stuff. And I think we're going to see a very similar thing happening in Star Wars properties after The Acolyte. This stuff's not going to get greenlit. It's not going to get second seasons. They're too expensive to make, and nobody wants it. This is all content based on other content that like you had to watch like 10 different shows in order to even understand what's going on here. And it's a nightmare. The reviews are not looking good for it already. And we are in day one of Agatha All Along, the gayest Marvel project ever and the saddest Marvel project ever. But we can have some fun with it as we move right along and laugh at what's going on. My name's John Delarose. I am a #1 best-selling comic creator. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. Join us here as we talk about all things related to the MCU, pop culture, science fiction, and fantasy. And I do make my own comics. This is my Hidden Emperor pre-order store, and I just closed a Kickstarter making $51,000 thanks to, of course, viewers like you. Thank you so much. Some people mentioned that they missed the campaign, and as I'm getting the files ready for print, you can actually come on and grab this right here and just grab your book. So here it is. This is the pre-order store that's up now for a couple more weeks. You can get any of my books on this pre-order store. Check things out. Lots of fun stuff. Superhero stuff that's like old Marvel too, if you enjoy that. I appreciate you for being there. There's links in the description below. Support our channel and support great comic books by independent creators. Appreciate it. So actress Kathryn Hahn, who's the actual Agatha Harkness, is now revealing that the series will not receive a second season during an appearance on the red carpet for the show's premiere. So Marvel knows this is a failure in advance. They never announce this kind of thing this fast. This is the premiere date. It's happening. This is coming out right now. It didn't even take a couple weeks for them. They know that this is not going to do well, and it's pretty obvious. I mean, Disney Plus Marvel shows have been dropping off in viewership over and over and over again, just like the Star Wars shows. And I'm going to guess this one's actually going to have probably lower ratings than The Acolyte itself because just from what I've seen so far of the clips, it is a train wreck. It's a train wreck on a level that it makes The Acolyte look brilliant. It is that bad. And don't worry, guys. There is a lesbian witch singing just like The Acolyte. You get a cringy song and dance routine because I guess that's what middle-aged wine ants want. I think that's the demographic that they're going after on this, but they're missing the mark even on that. So it's been crazy. There will definitely not be a second season, she says. And she talks about her dream guests for season 2 during that. Very, very funny. Now, Patti LuPone hopes there will be a second season earlier on, and guess what? It's not happening. So big deals here, and this is something that is looking like it's absolutely going to fail immediately. And they're talking about doing spin-offs of the show. And this is the weird thing that the MCU's got going. Like with its Disney Plus shows, like it's like you remember that meme where it's like Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he's got the map on the wall and he's making all these like links together like it's a giant conspiracy. I feel like you need that in order to understand what's going on in the MCU at this point. These movies don't stand alone at all. These shows don't stand alone at all. They don't have their own like beginnings, middles, and ends. Like you have to like watch WandaVision to understand this, and then you have to watch the Doctor Strange movie because Wanda was in that, and it's like, and don't worry, you need all those Avengers films from the prior phases too, and it's like in order to just like get to a point where you can watch like this show and understand what's going on, it's exhausting, and that setup's like really killing them. Like if you look at like the original Avengers movies, just I'm even taking off like this is a cringy concept. Like that doesn't work on it at all. The wokeism and the whole gayest Marvel show ever nonsense. Just set all that aside. Just as a show, even if they were actually making a show that people wanted as a successful thing, like the idea. Well, I'll even say the idea of Secret Invasion, for example. Like that was pretty interesting. Samuel L. Jackson, fighting a Skrull conspiracy. Cool. Okay. So if you had like just a basic premise that people actually wanted, like the whole setup of having to watch all that, like you're so exhausted by the point that you even get to this, like it just doesn't make any sense anymore. So Disney would like do really well to just like axe all of this crap. All of the old Avengers films, I'm ranting now because I'm just annoyed. I hate this show. You hate this show. I'm going to rant about just like how it's so easy to do this. from a writing perspective, because I'm a writer and I write my comic books. I have a universe. I know how to do this. What you do is you create a character and you create a story like Iron Man, Captain America, whatever. They all had their individual stories. You didn't have to watch the other ones to enjoy it. They were very, very simple in their presentation, and it was simple, heroic journeys, and you knew what you were getting into. With Agatha all along, you like, even watching the trailer, you're just like, what the hell is this? I don't even understand what it's about. Like, this is nonsensical. And we're looking already, IMDb ratings are pretty low to start. It's just flooding in. The audience scores really haven't hit yet on the Rotten Tomatoes, but we'll look at a few of the critical reviews, and you can see why this would have no second season right away. I mean, there's no way this is going to get any kind of viewership that's going to make any sense to hire all these people back. So right now, as it's sitting, I've been watching the tomato meter on the critic scores drop. It was actually at 78% this morning before more critics came in. Now it's under 70. And the audience score, as I said, we got to wait for that probably till tomorrow to see what it's actually going to be at. But you click on it again, you hit the top critic score, it's at 50%. Like, it's the people that people actually trust, not so good. And there's only 10 ratings on here, so it's like this is not something that you're going to enjoy very much. And one of the USA Today writers actually made a comment about it. And I actually posted on my Fandom Pulse blog this morning that it is a jumbled mess. So just taking all the woke elements out of it, this is a lady, I mean, you could tell just from looking at her, this is the target demographic that they're going for all along, right? That Kelly Lawler is it. She's the one that this is made for. It says not one of them seems to quite know what show they're in. But they all seem to be having fun, and it can be contagious if confusing. That's a brutal review right there. I mean, it's trying to be political. It's trying to be halfway sort of positive about it. But if you look at what she's saying, she says it's confusing. The narrative doesn't make sense. None of the characters even seem to know what show they're in, and so it's just a jumbled mess. And that's exactly what I expected from all the trailers. It is something that's ridiculous at this point. So we are at a spot where these people have gone out there. They're trying the marketing campaign, calling it the gayest ever. I think that we're going to see, starting next week or so, talks of how the audience is review bombing it, as they typically do. Whenever they get negative reviews, it's review bombing, even though Rotten Tomatoes is loaded with positive reviews before the show even came out. Very odd. Again, it looks like they're trying to prevent the acolyte by stacking the deck there. And then you know what happens after that? They claim that they're getting harassment. They claim all this other stuff, and it's ridiculous. Now, I've seen a couple clips that are just super cringy already, and there's one where there's a naked woman walking through the street with a teenager staring at her, very creepy and very puts the plus in LGBTQ plus, right? Then you've got Aubrey Plaza licking her fingers licking some other woman's fingers or something in a very just suggestive way. Like they're trying to get that Amaranth OnlyFans demographic, I guess, interested in this. And apparently they did she went further in that. Aubrey Plaza did a launch stream where she did ASMR with a mic licking a knife. Very creepy stuff. This is Disney, and this is like a kids show, kind of, or at least it's something it's supposed to be a family programming for Marvel, and they've gone way off the rails with this stuff. So I hope they enjoy their gayest show ever and their gayest modernist audience ever that's not going to come in and watch this, because I don't know a single soul who's actually intending to watch this. I'm still debating whether I'm going to do a review or not. It's going to be up to you. Leave a comment down below if you want me to review it. I'll sit through it for you if you make me. Gosh, this is a tough one. Hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Leave more comments. Are you going to be watching this? I'm going to guess the answer is no. And please check out my Kickstarter for some good comics right here. If you like good storytelling, if you were resonating with what I was saying about how to actually make a universe that makes sense and people actually want to read, this is the spot for you. It's in the description below. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. We'll be back soon.